Okay, so welcome everyone to our second call, our second session of our Fall Leadership Conference. So this is our second week in a row, and tonight, oh, we got a message. So, disappear from, oh, okay. So anyway, so tonight we have Jenn Richardson and her team who will be talking to us and sharing some of their tips and ideas on how to build team culture. Jenn Richardson is an elite coach, and she is on her team retreat. So that's how she has her diamonds with her. Now the problem is they're on a cruise, so they are not going to be here live, but she did pre-record a video, which I will play for you guys. And what she said was it's a 17-minute video with her and her diamonds. And she says, if you have any questions that, we'll just post them in our event after the call. And I will give those questions back to her, and she'll be sure to answer any questions that you guys have. She said she would even come, into our chat or into our group and answer the questions live if we wanted her to, but we probably don't need her to do that. So I'll just pass on any questions and get back to you guys. But before I show you the video, I wanted to show you guys something that Jatana Jackson, who is another elite coach, shared with me in a group that I was in. And I thought it was pretty ingenious. And so I wanted to share it with you guys, her system that she came up with. Let me just share something with you guys. Where did it go? Okay, can everyone see my screen? All right, and we'll move the pictures of everyone. Okay. All right. Can everyone see that? I can't see you anymore, but Lisa, can you take yourself off mute and just tell me?
Yep.
Okay.
Me too. Second Lisa.
Okay, whoever. That's fine. So what Jatana Jackson did is she did a sneak peek or a preview of 21 Day Fix. So not a coaching sneak peek. So she advertised this as a preview. She created an event, like a group, right, where she invited people to learn about, her holiday fitness program, which was the 21 Day Fix. And she ended up, I don't know how many people she got in her to join her group just to learn, what the 21 Day Fix was, what her program was, what her, that she's talking about in her ad there. But she kind of broke it down for me. And, she said, day one, basically introduce yourself. And this is just a 4-day preview, a 4-day sneak peek, right? Day two, how the program works, nutrition, support. You can see right here, day three, what to expect from them, from the challenge group, and day four, how to join, how to order, that type of thing. So she also shared her post, which I'm going to share with you guys. Basically she did day one, she did a video. Now I don't have the actual video, but, you guys, can kind of assume, she's introducing herself. She's talking about, what the group is, how it works, that type of thing. And then day two, she shares her, results from the 21 Day Fix. Day three, basically, she's giving away size. So, she's saying anybody who orders, one person's going to win size. So, just a great thing there. And then she does another video, which is going to talk about, how the challenge group works and everything, like she said, in her day three post. And then, she also posts about, her working out, her doing the workouts. She's posting, a few other things of what she's reading. And then finally on day 5, she posts, here we go. this is how you order, essentially, right? This is what it is. This, you know, she's already showed you the program, how it works. She's talked about the challenge group. She's, you know, basically everybody who's been in the group for 4 days. And now she gives the 2 ways of ordering, tells them what they're going to get. She gives them option 1 for beginners, option 2 is intermediates, and that's basically, you know, 21-day fix, and this would be 21-day fix extreme. So I thought it was just kind of a unique idea. And she basically got, I don't know how many people she had in the group, but the day that she posted this, she got 13 people to sign up for a challenge pack. So, I mean, she's already at SC26, right? I mean, that was like, you know, day 1 of the Fall Classic Challenge. So I thought it was kind of unique, and I just wanted to share that with you guys for an idea that you might want to do if you're struggling with, you know, hitting Success Club this month with 21-day fix being on sale, 21-day fix extreme. I was thinking that we might actually do this with, what is it, the hammer and chisel that's coming out. Maybe we could do a team one. Now you can see this one is kind of tailored to her. It's all about her. It's her videos. It's her links, you know, which, you know, obviously is the way you would want to do it if you're running it by yourself. But, you know, if we do like a group one for the hammer and chisel, you know, we could make it generic and we could post, you know, results from the test group and stuff like that. So I thought that would be kind of cool, something we might want to do as a team. And of course, you guys are welcome to do it now for the 21 days fix. So you guys have any questions about that? I can certainly try to answer them, or I can take them to Jatana and get you some answers.
Fred, can you put that on the Engage page, how it was laid out?
Yeah, I can share that Evernote file with you guys.
Thank you.
Sure. Was there anything in the chat? I'm not going to bother opening it up. Okay. So let's see. Now let me go ahead and I will share the video, and hopefully you guys will be able to see it, hear it. Won't have any problems there. Let's see. All right. And we'll make this full screen. Oh, I did that wrong. Hold on a
Hi,
second.
Team Engage. My name's Jenn Richardson.
1 second. I need to share audio.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, here we go. Let me know if you can't see this or hear it.
And I am a 12-star diamond, and I've been a coach for about 2 years. And I am here with my beautiful ladies. We just are wrapping up our diamond retreat.
I can't hear
and
it.
so we thought we would talk to you guys today a little bit about team culture, because that's something that's really huge on my team.
Hold on.
And I'm
Greg, you're on mute.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to mute myself to see if that would help. Hold on a second. Try it one more time.
I think, you know, the first thing that people see, and for me, obviously I wasn't in their team page, so I don't know what they were doing as far as team building, but it was the way they presented themselves on social media. So it wasn't just like a lot of flyers they posted, and it wasn't just rank advancement posts, but it was like them, you know, shouting out to their coach, like, oh, she accomplished this in like her personal life, like, oh, you know, she ran a triathlon or she ran a marathon or something. And it was always just like they knew each other on like a deeper level than just their jobs. And I just was really drawn to that. So I think the first thing for all of you to know in establishing this team culture is, what are people seeing outside of your team page? And that's where your social media really comes into play. Of course, you don't want to have these falsified relationships, and that's where we're going to dive into what happens in your team page. But you want to celebrate these relationships you have with, you know, your coaches. And so I'm in Florida, and my coaches behind me, not all of them are from Florida, but I do have quite a few. And so we try to get together and do like team dinners, head over to Disney, hang out for the day, just, you know, basic stuff where we can engage in person. And for my coaches that we can't, you know, we try to hop on Zooms. We have like little group message chats that we, you know, it's not just business. We want to hear about our kids and what your husband's doing or what's in your life outside of Beachbody. And I think that's a really key thing with any coach at any level in your business, to just develop friendships and know more about your coaches than just, you know, what rank they are and if they hit Success Club the last month. So something that Greg had wanted me to touch on was how to keep team culture thriving in a slow market. So transferring out of social media and kind of what happens inside of the team page. I have tried to form like our team page as a place that we can go to talk about anything. Do you want to talk about clothes? Are you talking about a sale that might be going on? Do you feel like you need events? Do you need to come into the team page and ask for prayers for something that might be going on in your personal life? I love the chatter. I love like side chatter that goes on in the team page. And that's really important. You don't want people to come into your team page and the only thing they see is you know, a Success Club doc, or remember to sign up for a fall classic. You want to have people come into the team page kind of like excited to see what conversation might be going on, like what's side chatter, because those people are going to pop in every day and they're going to pop into your group, so that when you do post about something that you want them tuned into, they're there and they've already popped in. So you want to kind of like establish this fun vibe within your team page, because we all know that during a slow market, sales, they go down. So what is keeping your coaches active? What is keeping them not wanting to quit? And that, I think, is where like the real friendships and that vibe really comes into play. They need to feel connected and excited. So for the month of October, one thing we did was a team-wide, just for coaches, but we did a Shakeology challenge. And they had to post like daily selfies of them with their Shakeology and what recipe they used. And the engagement was pretty awesome. I think we had like 500 coaches that participated, which was pretty cool to me. And then we had, you know, different winners. So of course, not every coach is going to lose weight. Just like not every client is going to lose weight. So we had most inches lost, we had most weight loss, and then we had most active. So everybody that checked in every single day, they were entered into a drawing to win a prize. And we ended up picking 3 different winners for each category. And that, again, it brought in that fun aspect of your team page, but it also incorporated Shakeology. It also got inactive coaches back to active because they got on HD so they could participate in the challenge. So it was just a really fun way to like keep engagement, keep that team culture. A lot of like the people are posting pictures like with their dog or with their kids, with their Shakeologies. That was really fun. This month we're doing bingo. So they kind of, you know, every square has like a different aspect of their business that they need to complete in order to get a bingo. But I think like little fun games that incorporate the business, but they also, you know, are fun and playful and keeps that vibe going, I think can be really helpful. But aside from just hearing from me, I want you to hear a little bit from them on what they do in their teams. So it's kind of like you're going to look at yourself and you're going to say, what am I doing to establish this team culture? But unless your whole team, they, follow through with that same thing, you're going to lose that feel. So they're going to share with you a little bit about what they do with their teams to keep that team culture vibe going. Lindsay, do you want to start?
I'm Lindsay. I'm a diamond coach. I've been coaching for about 6 months. And the one thing that really drew me to Jenn's team was I viewed her as a really strong leader and who really cared about her coaches. I felt like the personal relationship was there. And it felt like more of a friendship and less of like Jenn was saying, like someone just checking in on you about what you're selling and what you're doing. So what I've tried to really do with my team is really connect with them on a personal level. And if I see somebody in our team page who's been dropping off, I might private message them. And it's really about finding out, what's going on in their life and how I can best support them, because we want them to succeed, but you also want them to care and engage. So I think that just, maintaining that personal relationship and just really caring is really important.
Definitely.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Amber. I'm a diamond coach on Jenn's team. Been on her team for about a year and a half. So something that I do, within my team, we do have separate chats on Instagram or Facebook Messenger, and just we're all saying, kind of just checking in about daily life. So we do that all the time, and I encourage my coaches to do that, with a few others on the team too, without me, so that they kind of have their little family, even when I'm not there. And just kind of keeping up with each other. If someone's going through something tough, just to send them even just in the mail, a little letter. No one gets mail, so it's just something special and something small. Within the team, sometimes I'll just do little incentives, but I kind of make it a fun little competition for them. Just on a week that's a push, anyone who makes any sale today, post a picture of your sale, and they're all in there going, I'm gonna win, that's mine, and they just kind of who can get a picture of their sale in there faster. And then with the Zooms, when we do team calls, we always it just becomes natural that we're just kind of sitting there with our coffee or our drinks, and we're just chatting. It's not just let's jump right into business. And we're just checking in with each other and just talking like friends. You want having that, even if someone was feeling the need to quit, or they just they're not there yet, or they don't feel like they know what they're doing. They want to stay just because they want to be there together. So just, those relationships and always being there for someone to talk to. So
Definitely. So true. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name's Ashley. I'm a 3-star. I found Jenn, or she found me almost a year and a half ago. When I actually Jenn first approached me, I wasn't really interested in Beachbody. I didn't really know anything about it. I was actually doing another program. But while I was doing it, Jenn, stayed in touch with me, and she was actually really caring, even though I wasn't, I told her at the time I wasn't really into anything Beachbody. But I was doing another program, and the whole time I was doing this other program with this other company, she was like, maybe you should try this, and she was giving me all this advice. But not only was she giving me advice, but she was kind of being a friend towards me, and I kind of this girl actually cares about me. Not, I even told her no. So the fact that she was so caring towards me, even though I just told her not right now, it really stuck to me. Even to this day, I'm always she cares about me. But so I guess that's what attracted me to Jenn and her team. As far as what I do with my team, I try to keep everybody really engaged on my page, and I try to give them different ideas as what to post, because I know even as a new coach, it's kind of hard, think of things to post on your own. So sometimes if I can give them an idea of what to post, I know you guys probably have done Transformation Tuesday posts or whatever, but I try to create different ideas of daily themed posts for them. We do self-love Saturday, or Shakeology Sunday, where take a picture of your Shakeology and post a recipe or something. And I think that that's really helped people kind of get out of their own comfort zone, especially when you talk about things like self-love or something a little bit deeper that you can share with other people who might be in the current situation that you're in, or maybe you've been in yourself. So I think sharing things like that, especially that will help you, like I said, get out of your comfort zone, has really helped my coaches expand in their business and even their own personal journeys as well. So
Definitely.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm a diamond coach, and I've been a coach about 1.5 years as well. And I found Jenn just through social media, just being a mommy blogger, and just following her for about 4 years now at this point. And just there were so many other coaches, and their social media presence was just never consistent. And I don't even notice if I really saw much about a team, but I saw that she was happy, and I saw that she was doing something from home, staying with her kids, and that's just what drew me to it. And then the minute that I was put in that our big team page, I was like, holy shit, this is like, sorry, don't know if you guys cuss. But I was like, oh my gosh, it's just all these women, and I'm sure on your guys' page, all these men just like empowering, and for men that might be a little bit more common, but women that's not. And so the moment I joined, I was like, okay, this is real. This is not a scam. This is, a real deal. And so that was just something that has just kept me so motivated throughout. And now, these are some of my best friends, so it's just, that's what the team, we want to create. And how I really power drive that into my team is I'm huge on personal development. So if I can do something personal development and take it to my team where we're reading the same books, or I'm doing Gabby Bernstein's Spirit Junkie Masterclass, which is like a Tony Robbins for like hippie women, and it's really about finding your fears and opening your fears, and I think that's so huge to so many coaches, and to really bust those open and to crack them open and to crack these coaches open and seeing their potential and their worth. And I think if you can really get that in, that like you can be more than a mom, or you can be more than this, and you can be anything you want to be. I believe personal development is one of the biggest, our strongest 3 vital behaviors. So I just like really push at my team, and we read the same books, and I try to just bring in personal development every day, because I think if you're just filling your cup, you can fill your coaches' cups up, you can fill your challengers' coaches up, and you're just a happier person just in general. And that's what drew me to Jenn, I think, is she just was always so happy. So full circle.
And personal development is like the first one that we kick to the side when we're busy, because you want to do something for other people, not.
Yeah.
But the best way to give to other people is to give to yourself first.
Yeah, and tell your teams, you don't have to buy books. You don't have to buy these Tony Robbins courses or Gabby Bernstein courses. Podcasts are free. Libraries are free. But you need to get it done. You need to make it a team-wide thing, because you can't just be doing your own personal development and not sharing that good stuff that you're learning.
Definitely. I think something we did a while back too is we kind of had like the book club, where we'd pick like one personal development book a month, and we would all try to read the same book, and then like kind of do like a Q&A. Like we would talk about chapters 1 and 2 and what did we take out of it, like what were our big takeaways. It was kind of cool, because in the threads, like what one person's takeaway was kind of like resonated with me more after they explained why it was their takeaway than when I first initially read like maybe that chapter, that paragraph, or that phrase that like really stood out to them. And then another thing that Maggie was saying that reminded me was our whys. And I know all of them do it with their coaches. Pretty much like your first month as a coach, we almost like, not to use the word require, but we really strongly encourage that they make a video or at least type out their why. Why do they want this? Because not only does it help us to work with them better, if their why is financially based, then you want to know that you're going to develop a relationship with that coach to help them achieve or try to achieve that level of financial stability that they need. Maybe they're joining to coach because they need to lose weight, and so the fitness accountability is huge for them. Everyone's why is going to be different, and going in, they might not really realize their full why. For me, I needed this because I needed something besides being a mom. I loved being a mom, but I needed more. And everyone's why is going to be different, but knowing your coach's why and having them put it out there, you really develop like a stronger bond with them, and they get more of a connection with you because they've shared something really, really personal. And I think it's also empowering when you're able to like put it out there. So it kind of just, brings you all a little bit closer. one more thing that we do is Social Sunday. And I kind of love it because we have really random topics. I'll be like, oh, what's your favorite like Halloween candy? Or where was like the place that you always thought you were going to live, but you live here, and why? But, you know, it's kind of funny because you'll post like, oh, what's your hometown? And then the coaches will comment, and then people will be like, oh my gosh, I'm from there too. Like, I had no idea. So it's a cool way to connect, and it's a cool way to just know more about your team than just like your basic stuff. But
drop a picture of your fur babies. Everyone loves to share pictures of their dogs.
Loves sharing their animals.
Do
that, guys. I think that's like the most popular one, is like sharing your pets. Yeah, people get really excited about that. But I definitely feel like something that was just so important to me was being able to say that my coaches are my friends, and have it be like, I want to hang out with these girls and I want to talk to them, and when we message each other, I want it to not be just about business. And obviously, you know, men have, you know, they develop relationships differently, but it's still the same concept. Like, you want somebody that you feel like you can talk to about something other than just, you know, the daily Beachbody grind. So that's kind of it. Did you guys feel like you want to add anything else in now that we've kind of wrapped everything up? All right. Well, thank you so much for inviting us to do this. I felt really excited that Greg asked me to talk about this topic, because I really feel like it's like the driving force, and like what's helped my team like meet their goals, and what's helped me to like really find like Beachbody to be such like a passionate career choice and not just like a job. But have a good night, guys, and thank you so much.
Bye.
Okay, so I hope you guys got something out of that. I know I did. And don't think about it just in terms of like what we can do as Team Engage, you know, to have more culture, but what can you implement yourself within your team? You know, if you are an Emerald coach and you have 2 coaches, do you have a team page? Are you doing team calls with your coaches? Are you, you know, start doing that culture that they're talking about and generating friendships, right? Because, I mean, that was the part that struck me was people can quit the business, but are they going to quit a friendship? You know, if you're friends with your coaches, if you're talking to your coaches every single week, are they really going to quit? Are they going to quit on that? So what did you guys get out of it? Do you have any questions or comments about it?
I like the idea of running your coach group kind of as a little mini challenge group, you know, coach challenge with little, you know, games, contests, things to kind of draw them out of their shell. I think that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, we do that sometimes on Team Engage page. We need to do that more, but doing that within your own teams, you know, I mean, just because we're doing the Fall Cup doesn't mean that could be the only challenge. You can have a challenge within a challenge, right? So
yeah, doing it at a really small level, you know, when you have single-digit number of coaches or tens of coaches, you know, I think it's a more manageable group, like any challenge group.
Yeah, good idea. Who else?
That I've seen in practice is it can feel to new coaches like it's more stuff to do. And when people are trying to manage their time, it's hard to know what they should be doing and what's important and what's not important.
So what do you mean? What feels like more stuff?
So for instance, like Leah has tried that a bit with her downline group that I'm a part of, where she sort of tried to keep accountability going within the coach page, and it can overwhelm coaches who are trying to manage their time for their coach activities, because they've got a challenge group they're running or that they're participating in, they're trying to recruit, they're trying to maintain contacts. And maybe that's a really, really critical thing that everybody needs more help on, is that time management aspect of things. I mean, everybody's all over the map on how much time they have that they can devote to it. I used to have more time than I do now. So that's been something that I've been focused on really, really tightly lately, is how to manage my time and how to make sure whatever I'm doing is productive as opposed to just wheel spinning.
Yeah. But I think on the other hand, we need to have fun, right? And that's what they're saying. It can't just be all work, right? I mean, we gotta start having some more fun, right? And whether it's just like posting stuff on our team pages and getting people to post about their Furbies or having coffee and just chatting, whatever, So.
And maybe that's the key, is that rather than making it seem like homework, it's about participating in the social aspect of being a coach and being part of a team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I think part of that is having to really know who is on your team as well, and understanding where they are. Like everyone that's in my downline, this is all a second job for us. And so when we have our team calls, I do tend to get more to the point, because we aren't, there's some chit chat that happens, but for us, this is our, second job, not including the families that we're also running. So I think you just kind of have to know, especially when you're younger, I guess, or have a smaller team and you really know everyone's situation. But I think it's a balance that you have to walk as you grow and to develop a culture. So I think for me, I have been too all business, like let's get in, let's get out, let's stay on topic. And so I think, Greg, you're right. You do need to sprinkle some fun in there without it swinging too far on the pendulum swing.
Yeah, you're like me, Rebby. You're an emerald personality.
Totally.
I would rather just stick to the facts. Let's get the business. Let's make some money. Get out of here.
Let's do this. Exactly.
But I can totally get the fun aspect. I'm sure, CK, you're all about the fun, right? So. So. Brian, what'd you get out of this? What was the takeaway?
Well, a lot of the things that she was talking about, I try to incorporate in my team, in my group that we have. One thing that I'm doing, just example, you guys bringing up the fun. Everyone that's in my downline that's on a fall classic team, I created a separate group for all of us. And to make it fun, informative, because I think you definitely need to have a balance there. And I, requested that everybody make a team banner for their 3 members, the team captain make a banner, and most people did that. I think I have about 12 or 13 teams in that group. And then each day I highlight that banner and I throw it up as the cover photo. And then I ask those 3 people to, tell us about yourself. Give us some fun facts, some quirky facts. So try to get everybody, instead of posting, how many points are you at right now? Are you doing this to get your points? Are you doing that to get your points? Just kind of making it a fun environment, something where there's no pressure, but still know why we're all doing it, why we're all here and everything. So, I try to balance that, and I do that same thing in my success group. I'm big with, and you can ask my coaches who are here on this call, with training, real big with knowledge, real big with personal development in my group. The name of my coach group is Push to Success. How do you get to success? And I don't just limit that to, success in the coaching business. How do you be successful in coaching as well as everything else in life? So a lot of the stuff I talk about is personal development. I always also go back to basics, and I have kind of themes in my coaching groups. For instance, we had an influx of a lot of new coaches over the last month or so. So this week I'm calling it Coach Basics 101. and I'm going right to the basics. And every day I make a post. This week I made a video. I didn't do a video today, but a video on basic stuff, what every new coach needs to know. So just knowledge, teaching, training, making it fun. I do a lot of the stuff that that she was talking about.
Cool. Yeah, you're doing a lot more than most of us probably. So, I mean, we need.
I love my coaching group. I treat it as I don't treat it as an accountability group. Somebody was saying that, John, I think, right? Or Joe? Joe was saying it that in Leia's group. I don't, I disagree with that completely. I mean, you already have an accountability group with your workouts and your own group that you're doing if you are Emerald coach and you have coaches. It's more getting to know, trying to get everyone to know each other, to share their story, share their successes, share their struggles, and do team calls. I do my team calls like Team Engage every other week. I do them on Tuesdays. I got that idea from John. Do it on the same week as the Team Engage calls, but do it the day before. And it's just being present. If you have 10, 1, 2 coaches, make a group. Doesn't matter. If you have 10, you have 100 in your downline. But you got to make a group, because you got to have a presence. You got to have a presence with your team. Okay, they have to see you. They have to see others on your team. That you're all working together towards those goals that you set.
Yeah. One thing that I do with my coaches, or a bunch of coaches on my team, is that we're running a premier group together. We're all in a chat together. We talk every single day. There's like pages and pages, and people are sharing about whatever, so we do get to know each other really well that way, I feel. So, Lisa, what are you doing with your team?
I'm similar to Brian, where I have, I have my coach page, and then I also have another page right now for a couple teams that I'm helping coach through the Fall Classic, just like he is. We're posting there daily. I do weekly calls with them. I guess they could tell you what I am active on my page every day with them. I talk to most of my coaches. Hell, I talk to Sherry probably more than I talk to my husband. I really try to form relationships with them. I don't keep it all, like, I know pretty much personal stuff about each and every one of them, and I feel like they come to me when they have not just work problems, but personal problems too. Everyone kind of knows I'm just kind of me. Like, I'm quirky, and I try to be funny and fun, and I bring that to my coach page as much as I can too. Like Greg, we're just starting a premier group this week with the coaches on my team. So I've got to chat with them, and we talk. It's not just business. We talk about fun stuff and crazy stuff and the bad stuff, everything. So I try not to keep it just business with them. I try to keep some humor in it. And then I also try not to just focus on my team, but I try helping the rest of the people on our team too. A lot of women. I'm adopting some strays along the way, which I'm liking. I don't know. That's it. Like, I could repeat everything Brian says, but.
We all want to repeat Brian, right? Well, yeah, thanks for sharing. So, I think we all probably do stuff with our teams, and I would encourage you guys to bring more of that to the Team Engage page too, because it seems like we do a lot of business. We do recognition, but it's a lot of information sharing or just people asking questions, and it would be great if we had more conversations there and more sharing there. right? So, I mean, just feel free to start a thread, you know, or start something fun, because when we're all adding coaches into the Team Engage page, that's what they see, right? So we want to create that culture, and it's really going to take not just me, right? It's going to take all of us doing this, right? So that's what we want.
Hey, Greg, can I share one more thing?
Yeah.
When I first started there's a lot of probably, I don't know everybody on this call, but some of you are new coaches, or some of you might only have a few coaches or no coaches under your team. I started my Facebook coach group about 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. And how it started was I only had, 4 personally sponsored coaches. I had more, but they were discount coaches, like 4 like really work in the business. So it was only the 5 of us. And I said, hey guys, let's get together and just do a group for the 5 of us. You know, and then, you know, if we sign up coaches and then get coaches. And so even though, you know, my team right now is, you know, really large, and I have, you know, over 100 coaches in there, you know, it started with those 4. And then we got together, we made videos, we started working as a team together. And then anytime I signed up a coach or someone else signed up a coach, boom, you know, we added them to this group, and then it grew a little bit. You know, and then we did even more, you know, so it's not like when I was talking and I'm telling you all these things that I do in my group, you know, it's not like one day, you know, there's 50 people in the group and then I had this whole plan set out and I said, let's do this, let's do it. It kind of just evolves. So if you're a new coach and you only have 2 people, 3 people, get together with them. And if you haven't done it already, start that group, start it now, because, you know, and just build on it. And then a year from now, you know, that 3 turns into 30, 40, 50. And then like Lisa said, you know, you get the strays that come along, you know, the people that, the coaches that, you know, were in it, you know, and signed up those coaches, and they're in it. And then they drop off, and they're still there, but they're not doing anything with the business. And now there's all the coaches under them. They're looking up going, you know, what do I do here? What do I do here? Come on. I don't care that you're 3, 4, 5 levels below me. You need a coach. You need a mentor. You know, you want to learn. Come on over. You know, you're welcome right here in my team. You know, so it starts like that. It starts small, and then you make it grow from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. So we will wrap it up. If you guys think of any other questions that you have for Jenn or her team, you know, comments back to her, feel free to post them in the event, and I will share those with her. Even if you just liked what she said or what they shared, you know, comment back, and then I'll share that with her as well. So thank you all for attending, and I look forward to seeing you next week as well. So have a good night.
All right. Good night, Greg.
Night, Greg.